Welcome back to Jikook News, where every second matters, every silence hides a signal, and every unexpected moment becomes a thread the entire fandom pulls together. Tonight, we enter a breaking story shaking the timeline in real time. This is not a drill. This is not speculation built from thin air. This is the moment the fandom exploded again, after Jungkook and Jimin were reportedly spotted in a location no one expected, at a time when both should have been quiet, resting, or preparing for their individual schedules. But the universe had a different plan. Everything began when a single blurry photo surfaced online, posted by an anonymous account that didn't even use hashtags, a detail that later made the situation even more suspicious. The image showed two figures wearing oversized hoodies, masks, and caps pulled so low that their eyes were barely visible. Yet ARMY knew instantly. Those silhouettes were too familiar to mistake. Within minutes, the comment section turned into a battlefield of theories. Some claiming it was 100% Jungkook and Jimin, others arguing the lighting was misleading, and a third group insisting the location looked like somewhere in the US, not Korea. But the biggest shock came when fans realized the interior looked nothing like an airport, cafe, or studio. It looked like a private facility, not a company building, not HYBE, not anything previously linked to the members. A place with reflective glass walls, matte lighting, and a narrow hallway, the kind usually associated with rehearsal spaces, private filming zones, or secret pre-production setups. That single, unidentified location triggered a digital earthquake. And suddenly, every detail mattered. The way Jungkook slightly leaned forward, the way Jimin's shoulder curved when he walked, the familiar stance, the posture, the way they naturally aligned side by side even when disguised. Fans didn't just recognize them, they felt them. From there, the theories intensified. Some claimed this could be connected to an upcoming duo performance. Others insisted it might be part of a documentary-style shoot, possibly HYBE's next big project. There were even fans whispering about a potential secret collaboration, one that could become one of the most iconic moments in BTS history. But what really ignited the fire was what happened exactly 43 minutes later. A second sighting. This time, the lighting was clearer. The camera angle was sharper. And although the faces were covered, the body proportions were unmistakable. Even the way Jimin held his phone, the way Jungkook tucked his hands into his pockets. Everything aligned too perfectly. People began overlaying past footage over the mysterious photo. The stride length matched Jungkook's. The shoulder width matched Jimin's. The height ratio was identical. And suddenly, the fandom entered forensic ARMY mode, a state only activated when something major is happening behind the scenes. What made the situation even stranger was the timing. Both members were supposedly on private rest periods, and nothing on their schedules indicated they needed to be anywhere special. No media reported anything. No staff mentioned travel. No leaks hinted at a new project. Silence. Total silence. And in BTS history, silence always means something is coming. Then came the biggest crack in the theory wall, the flooring. A fan pointed out that the reflective tile pattern was identical to a high-security creative complex used by several global entertainment companies, including studios that specialize in cinematic shoots. Another fan located an almost identical hallway design in Los Angeles. Another found a similar structure in New York. Within 2 hours, theories spread across 3 continents. Was Jimin working on a global dance film? Was Jungkook recording something that required visual effects? Were they preparing a joint stage no one knew about? Or, the most shocking theory, were the two recording a collaboration track? The speculation grew so fast that multiple K-media outlets started quietly monitoring the trend. Even though no articles were released, the tag combinations Jungkook Jimin spotted and Jikook location leak entered the top trending charts in several countries, without any official confirmation. What made the tension skyrocket was the behavior of HYBE. No statement, no denial, no clarification, no schedule updates. Usually, when rumors spiral out of control, the company releases at least a minimal update. But this time, nothing. And when HYBE stays silent, fans know it's because the situation is too close to real, too close to something planned, too close to something that must stay hidden, for now. But we're not done. Moments after the second sighting circulated, another detail surfaced. A reflection on the glass wall. It appeared to show filming equipment, a boom mic, a standing light, and what looked like a small production cart. Fans immediately interpreted this as evidence of an active shoot. And if Jungkook and Jimin were indeed involved, then this was no coincidence. Another theory emerged. A jikook documentary segment for BTS's return era. A dance film for Jimin's project. A performance video for a new Jungkook release. Collaboration too big to reveal yet. The possibilities became endless. But the real twist came later, when a fan claimed they saw security personnel that resembled HYBE staff entering the same building earlier that morning. Not only that, but the van spotted near the area matched the same model BTS often uses for high-security transport. At this point, the fandom reached its breaking point. Thousands of tweets, millions of impressions, TikToks hitting hundreds of thousands of views within minutes. Clips, analysis videos, photo enhancements, overlays, everything. For the first time in months, the entire ARMY world was united in one giant question. Why were Jungkook and Jimin together here, and what are they preparing? Every detail counts. Every silhouette becomes a clue. Every shadow becomes a possibility. Whether this moment becomes a confirmed breakthrough or remains one of the greatest fandom mysteries, one thing is clear. Something big is moving beneath the surface. And when Jungkook and Jimin move quietly, history usually follows. Studio microphone, this has been Jikook News, where every heartbeat becomes a headline. If you want updates the second they drop, like, subscribe and stay alert. The storm has just begun.